Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Arizona will kick off to get things underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Boise State's offense will go on the attack first. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they face this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
They're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time, you know, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field. They're going to see if you can be patient. They're going to see how you respond to adversity. So some challenges coming his way for sure.
Apparently, line number one on the game plan, attack now, immediately.
And this quarterback, he smelt it. He knew he had enough.
Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Now from inside the red zone. Plucks it out of the air. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Broncos in the hurry-up. Rides the back and leaves it. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. The Broncos will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Broncos.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
Bringing it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Wildcats offense will go to work for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. Be interesting to see what they do today.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wideout. Making side adjustments here. To the air, it's Dyer. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got his man down the middle. Tackle was made right at the 22-yard line. That's not enough for the 1st down. They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. Converts on 4th down. Still going. Building momentum. Picking up a chunk of yardage. Moving the chains out to the 34. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Back to pass. The short hands. It's Richardson. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a 1st down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Fires to the middle. Oh, it's picked off. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44. They send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Casey. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a 1st down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And the Broncos come to the line in the hurry up. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a 3-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard. Off play action. Throws for the tight end. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. And they will score! Touchdown Broncos!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
to throw. It's Dyer. Makes the grab on the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. He's going to fire deep. And he's got it inside the 35.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little
turning it on! Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Arizona has the offense humming, set up with another first down. To the ground, he's got it again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Richardson. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And this offense has put together a really nice drive, man. You really want to pay this off. Obviously, third down approaching. Got to be smart with the football, but we want to cut into this lead as much as possible. Down a couple possessions. This will be huge right before the half.
Let's it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Boise State has him back ready to go to work on offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Give to the running back. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. The Broncos want to crank the tempo.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. From the gun, running back on the move. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. And the Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage.
Breaks into the open. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. The Broncos will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. It is good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They're looking for an advantage to the run, and he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one.
Gonna let it fly. And they're unable to connect on the long pass. He caught it, but he was out of bounds. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Might be changing the route. Looking for a man. It's Dyer. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Picked off. Got some room to run. He's inside the 40. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Boise State! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Oklahoma State is ahead early in Stillwater, but that's not exactly Barry Sanders or Thurman Thomas out there. This game is a long way from over. They're up by 10 over Missouri. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35.
And that's in Arizona.
Scanning the field, it's Dyer. Got his man on the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Got a man, it's Warren. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to throw on first down. He fires one deep down the right side. And Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say this has been a fun watch so far in Tucson. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Arizona Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. We're just about ready to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half is the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Working that left side now. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Arizona in a hurry.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Back to throw. It's Dyer. Fires to the wideout. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Finds his man, it's Richardson. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Release to the back. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Hand off from the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Right back to it. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Broncos line up to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Now on first down from the 30. Looking to throw, it's Dyer. Pulls it in, it's Richardson. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Right through his hands. You just have to make that catch, and it'll be third down.
And these slant routes you throw quick. It's a timing route. You've thrown 3 million of them to the wide receiver, and most of the time he gets his hands up and he catches it, keeps his body in the way. But right there, just lack of focus, lack of concentration, just drops the easy play. He's probably caught that ball 99% of the time it's been thrown to him.
The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Wildcats have it in scoring position on first and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. With the run on first and goal. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. The Wildcats are marching down the field. Wants to keep it in the air. Tight end finds a soft spot. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Back to pass, it's Dyer. It's complete to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And what a job by the defense, seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed. As soon as he catches it, defender meet ball carrier and gets him on the ground.
Back's got it. Touchdown, Arizona! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ball game.
Try the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Nebraska is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Tommy Frazier, and they are right back in this. They're trailing by 11 to Washington State. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it. Back to you guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Leaves it with the back. Oh, sweet feet. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. We reach the end of the period. Boise State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Motion from the back. To the air on second down. He's got his man across the middle. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The Broncos are in the hurry-up.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it two straight.
There he goes. Past the sticks, and he may get more. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And this offense has to stay out of these third and long situations, man. They get in these predictable situations. That's why they punted last time. Like, gotta stay a little bit more balanced, gotta protect their quarterback so they don't know they're dropping back to pass in difficult third down situations.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Sets up the screen. Spins away from one. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Makes the grab. Touchdown, Broncos! And they take it in for 6 more points. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Pressure coming. He unleashes a long one. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
This time he's got it. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Warren. Inside the 45. Oh, he's got some space. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw again. Makes the catch. It's Warren. And he's brought down after a nice game. If they're going to keep covering him like that, they're just going to keep going to him.
Yeah, and it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the weapons outside to the wide receivers, but when this guy's going to be able to catch the football and he makes plays like this, now I'm going to have to maybe go play more man, bring a guy to him, and not let him get those open touches.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
And that's in Arizona.
He'll pull it on the read. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw, it's Dyer. He wants it all. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Touchdown, Wildcats. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Boise State ready to send out that offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. The 1st down sack pushes the ball back for this long 2nd down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And he'll work his way out across the 10 to about the 12.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
We'll see what the D does, but this crowd bearing down and getting loud on 3rd down. They try to pop a run on the draw. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Here's the return. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Dyer. Got it in the middle, it's Fuentes. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
And that's in Arizona.
Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going to take off, and he'll avoid the tackle on the slide.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. At this juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
It's complete on the right side, and he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
To the air on 1st down. Going for 6. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Just over 20 seconds to play, and they must recover this onside kick to have a chance. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
This is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?